Live.
Yay!
I'm Joe.
I'm Ashley.
We're back for the last day, potentially,
Yeah, I think this is the last day of the trial.
of the trial of Maya Fey, now Phoenix Wright. He's gonna, I guess, self-defend himself?
Yeah, he's gonna provide his own legal defense, which, you know, he's an actual lawyer, so...
Feels like something that's not a good idea, though.
Yeah.
Especially considering this is his first unassisted case.
Yeah. Oh, he'll have some assistance.
I meant by, like, you know...
Someone competent.
Knowing that his, you know, legal help is there.
Yeah.
Alright. You about ready to get started?
Yeah? You gonna get messages out and
Oh
such?
yeah, that's what I'm gonna take care of while you're getting into the thick of things.
Alright, so we're gonna load the game. September 9th, 9:52 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 1. Well, I guess this is it. Yeah? One way or another, this case gets decided today. Ah, Phoenix, look! Uh-oh, it's Edgeworth. Prosecutor Edgeworth. I received a call from the Chief Prosecutor's office yesterday. I was told that whatever Mr. White says today, it will be the absolute truth, in quotes. That's never good. No matter how you try to attack his testimony, if I raise an objection, I have it on good faith that the judge will listen to me. What does White have the judge in his pocket too? Probably. So you're saying I'm gonna be guilty, end of story. I will do anything to get my verdict, Mr. Wright. Anything.
A little ominous.
Why? Why? How can you torment an innocent person like this? Innocent? How can we know that? The guilty will always lie to avoid being found out. There's no way to tell who is guilty and who is innocent. I mean, there are ways.
Yeah, right?
Isn't like that the whole point of the law system?
Yeah.
All I can hope to do is get every defendant declared guilty. Well, that's horrible. So many innocent people have probably gone to jail because of this system. So I make that my policy. Edgeworth? You've changed. Huh? Phoenix, you know him? Don't expect any special treatment, Phoenix, right? Phoenix? Well, court will be starting soon. What? But wait! Your defense attorney isn't even here yet. They're not... I'll be defending myself. What?
That was a weird mouth. It was white. I don't understand it.
Okay, let's do this. Oh no, a cat is trying to sit in my lap. No, kiddo. 10 a.m. Courtroom number 1. Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. The prosecution is ready, Your Honor. The defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, are you sure you're up to doing this? Yes, Your Honor, I will be defending myself.
That's smart.
Understood. Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please. As the details of the event are already quite clear to the court, today we'll hear the testimony of a witness to the defendant's crime. I see. The prosecution may call as witness. That went far too smoothly. Why didn't the judge ask Edgeworth why his witness didn't testify before? It's like he already knows why. If anyone's going to raise an objection about this, I suppose it's me.
Objection!
Mr. Edgeworth, you owe an explanation to the court. Why didn't this witness testify in the trial against Miss Maya Fey? I'm ever so sorry. Mr. White is a busy man, and besides, at the time I thought that Miss May's opinion was all that would be needed. Again, my sincerest apologies to the court.
sincere.
Excellent,
my
Mr.
butt.
Edgeworth. I appreciate your demeanor. Look at the judge.
Seems a little too eager.
A little too on edge, maybe?
A little too on Edgeworth, maybe.
Oh no. Oh no. Great, he gets to show off and I get nowhere. I would like to call Mr. Red White to the stand.
Let's do this.
So he's got like a gold ring on each finger. Please state your full name.
God, he's the Mandarin.
You wish to know the title of my personage?
Oh my god.
Your name? Yes, that is what I said. Oh dear, do my locutions confuse? Name. These two are great together. My name is Red White, but my friends call me Blanco Nino.
Really?
I don't think anybody calls him that. That's a terrible name. I am the CEO, or to use a more common term, the president of Blue Corp. Did you know the victim, Miss Mia Fey? That would be a negatory. No, I did not. You were at the Gatewater Hotel the night of the murder? Correct. And you witnessed the murder from there. Ahem, why tell you what you already know? Very well, Mr. White, you may begin your testimony. I really wish you would have said, like, correctamundo, because that sounds like the type of guy he is.
Very much so. Or correctamunchus, or...
Yeah, some kind of stupid way of saying...
Correctamendus.
Yeah, correctamendus, some kind of not real word. If I can rip this guy's testimony apart, if I can't rip this guy's testimony apart, I'm done for. Why do I always feel like it's the end of the world and I'm the last man standing?
Because it's the end of the world and you're the last man standing.
Oh. His tie doesn't even match his suit.
Nothing about him matches. Like his hair and his clothes, or hair and his suit are closest.
I hope you have made your peace with God, Mr. Lawyer. Let him have it, Phoenix. And so starts Maya being your assistant in court. The witness's account. Let's see, it was about 9, I believe. I was quietly perusifying, or that's reading to you, some papers by the window. Then I heard a bedlam coming from outside. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Needless to say, that man was none other than you, Mr. Lawyer. I called Miss May over at once. She, too, was flabbergasted, of course. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Finally, there was a terrible impaction. Then it was all over. If things occurred as you testify them, I'm afraid the defendant is guilty. Very well, defendant. Mr. Wright. Your cross-examination. I love how the judge is just giving all this shade.
Right.
Alright, so we're gonna go with the good old press every statement.
Push.
How do you know what time it was? Because I'm always abso-positively perfect, you know? No, you're not getting away with that. You are so mistrusting, Mr. Lawyer. So, what was the proper term for secretary again? Anyway, Miss May ordered room service for 9 p.m. It happened soon after the room service arrived. That's what Miss May said, too. True, the bellboy who brought the coffee saw Miss May, but he testified that he did not see you at the time. Ahem, this is your concern? Silly lawyer, Miss May received the coffee outside the room. Of course he could not see me. He would need x-ray vision to pull off something like that. Tell us, what were you doing at that time? I was quietly reading papers. By window, you mean the one directly across from Fay & Co. law offices? Correct, that is the only window you see.
Only window.
And there you were reading papers. Correct. The Gatewater is a businessman's hotel, and I'm a busy man who had business to do. Then I heard the bedlam coming from outside. A bedlam? It must have been when you attacked, I assume. We see. Continue. Surprised, I turned to look at the building across the way. So were you reading your papers until you heard that sound?
Cats.
But of course I'm no snoop peeping out of windows at night. No snoop, yeah right. You've made a career out of snooping.
Ha.
It was then I saw him, a spiky-haired man attacking a woman with long hair. Spiky-haired? That was the only thing he said. What you just said directly conflicts with Miss May's testimony. Miss May clearly stated that the assailant looked like a girl. I've always been proud of my eyesight, Mr. Lawyer. Just what is your eyesight? Counting both eyes, 40. 40, don't add them together. What do you think of our witness so far?
He's an idiot.
I think the witness is trying to say his eyesight is good. Hey, whose side is the judge on anyway? And what did you do then? I called Miss May over at once. She too was surprised, of course. What was Miss May doing at that time? She had just finished watching a soap opera on TV and was weeping openly. Did you know she had been tapping the Faye office phone? Irrelevant. That has nothing to do with the case at hand. I care not. I will answer the lawyer's bold inquiry. Miss May was acting alone when she tapped the phone of this Faye woman. You'd make a good politician, Mr. White. Ho ho, I know. After all, I am El Presidente.
Oof.
Please continue. The victim, she ran away, but you gave chase. Can you be a little more detailed about that? I think it's worth knowing exactly what happened. Of course, comprende, I understand. The victim was attacked by you and ran to the left. You gave chase and struck her down. Are you sure? As you know, I am always abso-positively perfect. Perhaps you could change your testimony to reflect this new detail. The victim ran to the left and you gave chase. Alright, so that's the new detail that we get to present evidence for. Alright, so clearly not the lawyer's badge. Not the autopsy report, the cell phone, the glass shards, the thinker, the wiretap, the receipt. Alright, so it's Miss May's testimony.
Yep. Music stopped.
Wait, right there. Mr. White, you've dug your own grave. What is this? You said the victim ran to the left, but that directly contradicts Miss May's testimony. She clearly stated that the victim ran right. Oh, ho, ho, it is simple. You have misheard her. I think not. Look at the floor plans. The killer was here, and the victim here. If the victim ran left as you claim she did, she would have been running directly away from the door. She would have been running into a dead end. Don't you find that odd? What do you think of this animation?
What the heck? It's the sound I imagine he's making.
Very strange. I did see her run to the left. I did. Phoenix, look at his face. I don't think he's lying about this one. True. Maybe he really did see the victim run left. So he did witness the killing. Wait a second. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. Miss May says right and Mr. White says left. Can you explain this contradiction to the court? Mr. White is right, Miss May is right. They're both right. Both witnesses are telling the truth for once. Ha, I doubt it. Or rather, that does not clear up the contradiction. There is one scenario that would explain their conflicting accounts. What? Obviously, the witness was not viewing the crime from the hotel.
Oof.
Mr. Wright, what do you mean? Yes, what do you mean? He was not viewing the crime from the hotel. If he was not in the hotel, where could he have been? In the law offices of Fay & Co., of course. More specifically, he was standing here. Time to show the court where Mr. White was standing. Right where the killer was standing.
Mm-hmm.
This is where he was. Look. The victim ran for the door. If he was watching from this point, to him it would appear that she ran to the left. Please, this is no time for jokes and ill taste. That is where the killer was standing.
Did I stutter?
Mm-hmm. Order. I will have order. Anyone disturbing the order of this courtroom will be held in contempt. Mr. Wright, what are you suggesting? Rapscallion. Look at him.
He's all sweating. He's a little depressed.
The postulations of the defense are a distortion of the truth, Your Honor. Indeed, they do seem a bit far-fetched. Ho ho ho! You provide us with so much entertainment, Mr. Lawyer. What now? He's laughing? The hilarity of the moment made me remember something. It appears I have been unclear, and for this I apologize. Mr. Your Honor, might I be allowed to testify once more? Very well, let's hear your revised testimony. Man, they just like, give so many tries
right?
to these criminals.
Your revised... Well, even for the not being... If anyone wasn't a criminal, it's just like, oh, well, I got it a little wrong. My bad.
Good luck. You can't fix a broken testimony, buddy.
Yes, he can.
She ran to the left. Miss May's testimony was correct, as was mine. When you assaulted the girl, she first ran to the left. And then you hit her savagely. That's what I saw. Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow.
That doesn't make sense.
Nope.
Because the autopsy will show she was only struck once, correct?
Mm-hmm, yep. This is what Miss May saw. You see, you hit her twice. Don't you remember, Mr. Lawyer? That does seem to make sense.
Is the judge an idiot?
Yes, the judge is an idiot. Will you be cross-examining the witness's testimony? Bet I will. I mean, yes, Your Honor.
You darn tootin'.
What do you mean by that? That's what I'm about to explain. You Americans, always so impatient, it does not become you. Hey buddy, you're an American too.
Yes, this is America, where we all are.
Yeah, we're totally in America. So American. What do you mean first? First? That is what comes before what happens next. You speak English, right? Please sit back, relax. I will try to use simple words for your benefit. First,
English.
She ran to the left, and then you hit her savagely. That is what I saw. I didn't hit anyone. I did not hit her. I did not.
Oh, hi, Red.
Oh, hi, Red. Now, Mr. Wright. There's no point in hiding things from this court. I'm not hiding anything. The prosecution requested the defense refrain from interrupting the testimony. Mr. Wright, you have been warned. Why is he mad at me? Next, with the last of her strength, she ran to the right. What do you mean, next? Next is what comes after first. So many good grammar lessons. I know that. Then what is it? Then that is all you need to know, Mr. Lawyer. As I said, she turned and made a desperate dash to the right. You chased her and delivered the final blow. Stop saying it was me.
Ugh.
But it was you.
Tony Stark needs to show up and stop the Mandarin.
I know, right? Mr. Wright, if you claim that it was not you, then show us proof. Can I do nothing, Wright? Nothing? May I continue? That is what Miss May saw. So each of you saw different parts. Abso-positively, that's right, of course. Where did he pick up that annoying phrase? Anyway, moving along.
Absolutely.
You see, you hit her twice. So, were you watching both times? I suppose I was, and please excuse me for not testifying to this sooner. What do you think, Phoenix? I think we've got him right where we want him. He slipped. Let him laugh for now. I'll soon wipe that smile off his face. Alright, so I'm guessing we need to present some evidence where he said he hit her twice?
Yep. There it is.
Alright.
From a blow.
Yeah, a blow. That's the only thing I could think to present.
Yep. Music stopped though.
Mr. White. The victim died from a single blow.
His eyes look like they're upside down.
He looks like an Archer character.
A little bit.
What do you have to say to that? Now's my chance to hit him where it counts. Mr. White, wasn't it you who told this court you were abso-positively perfect? I will refrain from using this phrase from now on. Your Honor, if you could ask the witness for a new testimony. The witness is obviously confused, Your Honor. I would like to request a 10-minute break. Yes, quite. The witness is confused because he's lying. I emphatically request that there be no break, Your Honor. Yeah, we want justice! Don't let him get away!
Ooh.
The crowd has turned to our side. Very well, if the witness would care to revise his testimony, the crowd's on my side. No slipping out of this now, White. Mr. White. Oh, okay. The two accounts. Well, see, I looked at the other window when I heard that thing fall. Then the next moment I saw Miss Mia run to the left. The killer, you, attacked her, but she dodged. And then she turned and ran for the door. Then you did her in with a single blow. Thwop.
How would he know where the door is?
Thwop indeed. Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. Mr. Your Honor, my stomach, you see, it is hurting. Deal with it. This is almost over. You heard that thing fall. What exactly was that thing? Huh? Oh, that, the glass light stand.
How would he know about that?
Exactly, if he wasn't in the room. Right, the one that had fallen over at the scene. Phoenix, doesn't something about that strike you as odd?
Yes, very odd.
Yeah, that is odd. I'll press further. Mr. White. Huh? What?
What?
You're saying you saw the glass light stand? Yes. Then change your testimony to reflect that. Sorry, my bad. The witness will revise his testimony. Okay, of course. A light stand was lying on the floor when I looked. Should we press these other statements just to see what they say? What do you want to do?
I mean, we can, but I think we have the whole already.
Yeah.
But there's no reason not to.
Yeah, sometimes it's pretty funny. Miss Mia. Mr. White, did you know the victim personally? No, triple no. How would I? How could I? I see nothing odd about the witness knowing the name of the victim. Mr. Wright, I will not have you harrying the witness. You're looking a little flustered, Edgeworth.
Ooh.
Now, before you said that she was hit before she ran. Yes, I must have been confused. But don't worry, we all know what happened now. She turned and ran for the door. What did you do then? I gave chase, of course.
Oops.
No, not me. The killer, I mean. He gave chase. Mr. White, please try to remain calm.
Edgeworth.
Mr. Wright here is only trying to fluster you with baseless accusations. Oh, right. Thank you, Miles.
First name basis.
Then you did her in with a single blow. Swap. Swap? That doesn't sound like a savage attack from your earlier testimony. Ho ho ho! Yes, well, I am a man of peace, you see? Phoenix. He's getting a lot less talkative. He's probably afraid I'll catch him on something. But it won't be easy. Alright.
Alright, a light stand was lying on the floor when I looked.
Yeah.
I think the picture is what we need to show.
This one, the floor plan?
Yes.
Okay.
So you can hit X to check it before presenting. There's a chance. Well, no, all he would have seen was the glass shards.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have known it's a light stand.
Yeah. Do we need to present the shards, maybe?
I'm not sure.
Broken beyond all recognition.
Okay.
Should we try that?
Yeah, we can start with that. Music stops. So
Mr. White. It was impossible for you to have seen the light stand. What? The stand broke into pieces when it fell. Oof. Just by seeing the broken pieces, you would have no idea it was a light stand. So tell me exactly, when was it that you saw the stand? Answer the question.
Justice.
Isn't it obvious? I saw the stand before it fell over. So you saw the stand before the victim was attacked then? Correct. That would be no problemo, right?
Big problemo.
Big problemo.
So many problemo.
There's a big problemo, problem here. What problem is this? Mr. White, let me make sure I have this straight. You saw the glass light stand through the window from the hotel before the incident occurred. Correct, that is so. It's conclusive, definitive, undeniable, unimpeachable. No, it's impossible. You couldn't have seen the stand. What? Why couldn't he? You have proof? I sure do, Your Honor. A person in the hotel could not have seen the stand before it fell over.
Now we present the picture of the floor plan.
Okay.
Because if you check it first,
Yeah.
the base was so far back in the corner.
Yep.
So yeah.
Alright, let's present that. Look at this. These are the floor plans of the scene of the murder, yes? Correct, Your Honor. Now look. If you were to look through the window at the office, this is the area you would be able to see. Here. Well, note that the stand is not within the visible area. Well, Mr. White? What do you have to say to that? Ridiculosity. Mr. White, if you were in the Gatewater Hotel as you claim, you could not have seen the stand before it fell over. In fact, you wouldn't have been able to see it after it fell either. There's no way you could have recognized the broken shards as a glass light stand. So when did you see the stand, Mr. White?
Oh.
It must have been the moment that it fell. And the only place you could have seen that from is inside the Fay Law offices. In other words, you were at the scene of the crime when the murder took place.
Oh, snap.
Mr. White? Mr. White. You did it, didn't you? Mr. Your Honor? Miss Mia? Looks like we're about to get our verdict. That's far enough, Phoenix Wright. Oh no.
Dang it, Edgeworth.
What? Ugh, I forgot about Edgeworth.
How could you forget about Edgeworth?
Mr. White. I think the time has come. Shouldn't you confess your crime now? What? I said you should confess your crime. Ergo, confess that you placed the wiretap. The wiretap? Order, order. Mr. Edgeworth, explain to the court what you mean by this. Distinguished members of the court. What were you gonna say?
For real.
Mr. White is slightly confused. Allow me to explain. I really don't like the way this is headed. As you know, Mr. White is the CEO of Blue Corp. He ordered his secretary, Miss April May, to tap the law offices of Miss Faye. What does that have to do... Your Honor, the question is, when was the wiretap placed in the office and by who? No, you wouldn't. Mr. White, in order to place the wiretap, you entered Miss Faye's office. Am I correct? Correct! You are most correct, Miles. Give me a break. Yes, in order to place the wiretap, I breached the Faye & Co. law offices. That is when I saw that accursed light stand.
Mm-hmm.
What you think about that?
Well, I think it's plausible, but he's literally having himself he's literally throwing himself on a knife instead of a sword.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm confused. Please explain to the court what all this means, Mr. Edgeworth. Gladly, Your Honor. Mr. Phoenix Wright has made his position quite clear. He has determined that Mr. White knew the glass stand was in the office. He has shown that there was only one time Mr. White could have seen the stand, at the very moment of the murder. Thus, Mr. Wright would like you to believe that Mr. White was the murderer. I see. However, it is a fact that Mr. White had been to that office well before the murder took place, when he went to place the wiretap. He could have seen the glass light stand then. Ergo, Mr. Phoenix Wright's theory is revealed for the baseless conjecture it is. Mr. White, you will testify to the court about this wiretapping. Ahem, leave it to me. I feel faint. Look at Phoenix.
Right? Faint is the least of his concerns at the moment.
The wiretapping. It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. I had entered the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. That is when I saw this glass light stand. So you saw the stand before the night of the incident. And this is how you're able to identify what had fallen over, by the sound? Correct. That is right. I see. Very well. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine. What am I supposed to do now? Good luck, Phoenix. Alright, so like we always do, we'll just press everything.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have proof? Miss April May knew the details of Miss Faye's phone conversation. This proves that the wiretap was placed before the murder. Right. Was it really you that went to the office, or was it Miss May? Unidentified fingerprints several days old were found in the Faye & Co. law offices. Those were obviously Mr. White's. And if I know Edgeworth, he's already run a check on those prints.
Mm-hmm.
Now, Mr. White, tell us why you went to the Faye & Co. law offices. Of course, I had done so to place the wiretap. Why did you tap Mia's phone? This has no bearing on the current case, Your Honor. Blue Corp is a detective agency of sorts. We have a responsibility to protect client confidentiality. Why did you notice something as innocuous as a light stand? The light stand was made entirely out of glass. It was quite stylish, so I guess it made a lasting impression on me. Such a beauticious thing deserves attention, does it not? That is all.
Called it a cursor earlier.
Darn it, there's nothing there for me to press him on. Oh well, maybe he's rattled enough that I can bluff something out of him. Alright. Uh-oh, don't tell me I've run out of ammo. Tisk tisk. I'm afraid that's as far as you go, Mr. Wright. Time has come for you to admit your defeat. You fought honorably. No more. I can't take this anymore. Mr. Wright, are you giving up? Yes, Your Honor. No! Phoenix. Phoenix, over here. I know that voice. Mia? Never give up, Phoenix.
Ghost of Mia.
Mia? Where am I? The waiting lobby? What happened? Oh, right. I lost a trial. I was hallucinating. Ah, you're finally awake. Gak! Hey, Phoenix.
Immediately pass right back out.
Gak? That's no way to greet an old friend. Phoenix, I want you to look at me. You're Maya? Didn't you know the Fey women have strong psychic powers? When you accepted your defeat in court, it appears that was enough of a shock to awaken Maya's true powers. So Maya is channeling you, Mia? That's right, I am Maya, but I'm also Mia. Now I want you to listen to me, Phoenix. Maya never gave up, you can't either. That's what I came here to tell you. But we don't have much time, Phoenix. Now listen. You've already won. Huh?
I think it's hilarious that the psychic channeling also physically changes Maya.
Yeah.
It gets creepier later.
Yeah. You have that receipt in the court record, right? Oh yeah, the one you wrote Maya on. Phoenix, Wright wrote that, not me. So what do I do with it? Look at the front of the receipt.
Something you probably should have done like days ago.
Exactly. The front? It's a regular receipt. Looks like it's from a famous department store. $1,000. Wow, big spender. Item, glass light stand. Date of purchase, September 4th. September 4th? That's right, Phoenix. I bought that stand the day before I was killed. Whoa. Now, what did Mr. White say in his testimony? It was the beginning of September, the week before the murder. He said he saw the stand the week before the murder. There you go. I think the court is about to reconvene. Go do it, Phoenix. You know you're innocent. Now you just have to prove it. Right. Receipt updated in the court record.
Alright.
So yeah, this is not the first time that some kind of Deus Ex Machina thing.
Some kind of you should have looked at this earlier.
Yeah. Court will now reconvene for the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright. Is the defendant rather... Are you alright, Mr. Wright? Yes, sorry, Your Honor. I'm fine now. Then let's start where we left off. Your Honor. There is nothing to go back to. The cross-examination of Mr. White is finished. All that is required now is for you to pass judgment on the defendant, Phoenix Wright.
Don't be so judgy.
Your Honor, please give me one more chance. I promise you this is the last time I'll ask you. But as Mr. Edgeworth has noted, the trial is more or less finished. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have an opinion on this matter? I say let us give Mr. Phoenix Wright his last chance.
And that is going to prove to be Edgeworth's undoing.
Yep. Very well. You may begin your cross-examination. So I'm guessing this is the one I need to present evidence for.
Yep.
And press the new receipt.
Yep.
Look closely at this. See the word Maya written in blood? You're grasping. I think not. Look at the other side of the receipt. The other side? Your Honor? Would you tell the court what is written on the other side of that receipt? Well, a glass light stand. And the date of the purchase? Why, that's the day before the murder. You see, Mr. White, when you allegedly entered Fayenco law offices at the beginning of September, the stand could not have been there. Just look at how confident he looks.
I'm just waiting for the air to deflate out of his tire again. Probably not happening. Nope, yep. Here it is. The breakdown.
Well, Mr. White, can't get out of this one, can you?
Oh,
No, it's impossible. Uh-oh, he's losing it. Well, Your Honor, I understand there must be quite a bit of pressure on you. But I think you'll agree you can't judge me guilty under these circumstances.
Boom.
Very well. Then that is all for the trial of... Not so fast, Phoenix Wright. What? No way he can worm his way out of this one. Oh wait, I forgot. It's Edgeworth.
He can totally worm his way out of this one.
There is a certain thread of logic to the defendant's claims. However, there is no concrete proof that Phoenix Wright is innocent. Ergo, I would like to request one more day before Phoenix Wright is granted his freedom. I need time to make one more inquiry into this matter. Another inquiry? This isn't going to be another one of those updated autopsy reports. This guy just makes up evidence as he pleases. This is bad.
The Jack.
Yeah. Mr. White's guilt is obvious. There is no need to prolong this trial any further. Well, Mr. Edgeworth? If anyone is going to call Mr. White to trial, it would be me, the prosecution. I need a day to ascertain whether these new claims have any basis in factual evidence. I see. Objection denied. What?
Come on.
The completion of the trial of Mr. Phoenix Wright will be postponed until tomorrow. No, there's no telling what will happen if I can't end this now. Edgeworth is sure to come up with or just make up something. And after Mia showed up to help me and all. Mr. Your Honor, may I go home? Of course, thank you for your time. Ugh. The witness will stay. Mia? Phoenix, read this note out loud. Mia, what's this? Memo received from Mia. Your Honor, if I may, you're quite persistent. Today, Mr. Wright.
Hey Cal, wait, thank you for joining in. We're about to see how the case unfolds. Hope Godzilla was good.
You bet I am. My life is riding on this one. I have something I would like to read to the court.
Should be the last one.
Yeah.
This is definitely the Deus Ex Machina of this one.
Yeah, the memo Mia had given me was a list of names. Many of them sounded strangely familiar. People in finance, famous celebrities. That's when it happened. Stop! Desist! Halt! Please, stop! Make him stop! How did you get that list? Mr. White? Admit your guilt right here, right now. Or else this list will be released to the press.
Woohoo! Busted.
I confess. I confess. I did it. I hit her. I hit Miss Mia with the thinker. Case closed, Your Honor. Well, I see no reason to continue this trial. Mr. Wright, yes, Your Honor? You've done it again. This was quite a spirited defense. Yes, Your Honor.
Spirited.
I guess you could say that, if only you knew how spirited it was.
Right?
Well, this court finds the defense, rather the defendant, Mr. Phoenix Wright, not guilty. That is all. This court is adjourned. Well, I never thought I'd be saying this again, but congratulations, you're lucky I was born a Fae. I'm lucky I had both you and Maya on my side. I'm glad you made it. Thank you, Phoenix. You risk a lot to help me and Maya. I won't forget it as long as I live. As long as you live? My time here is running out. Huh? Maya's powers are still weak. I can't stay here that long.
Yep.
What? No, there's still so much to say. Don't worry. I'm sure we'll meet again. Chief? I'm not the chief anymore. Phoenix, can you come to the office tonight, say 9 o'clock? The office? I'll see you later. Chief, Mia. September 9th, 9:02 p.m. Fae & Co. Law Offices. Being here, it's not hard to think about that night. You came, Mia? I was kind of worried you might not. Huh? Of course I came. Well then, I'm pretty hungry. How about a burger? Mia? You should see her face. Mia? What are you talking about? It's me, Maya. Maya? What, did I look like my sister? Look like you were her. I might be able to use that. Oh, Phoenix, go to the store and buy me lunch, would you? Maya, why are you here? Because of this. See, Mia wrote me a letter. Take care of Phoenix for me. Take care, huh? She means the office, this office. Someone has to help with the new Wright & Co. law offices, right? Who better but me, Maya Faye, reporting for duty. Wait, no, on second thought, let's make this casual. Yo, Nick, Maya here, ready to get down to business. If they were to do like an adaptation and it was like a voiceover kind of thing, I could so see the girl that, or the woman that played Kimmy Schmidt playing Maya.
Yeah, I can see it.
Because she has the same energy. You don't mind me calling you Nick, do you? It's a great name. Mia said that's what your friend Larry calls you. Nick? You know what this means. We're partners. You know, when I think about it, it is Maya's fault I'm here now. But if it wasn't for her, I'd probably be in jail. Wright & Co. law offices. It's got a good ring to it. Yeah. Thanks, Maya. Good luck, Phoenix.
Like you're never gonna see her again.
I'll always be here watching. Just like angels in the outfield. Right, okay, Nick, let's do it. Huh? Do what? Burgers, dummy, burgers. There's a great burger joint just down the street. Come on, time's a wasting. Okay, wait up. And so concludes the second trial of the first game. So basically you get a trophy for every trial you complete, but there's also other secret trophies in the game
Yep.
that you basically have to do stuff wrong to earn.
Mm-hmm.
So
There are technically 2 more trials in the first game, correct? This one and then the last one?
this is the third, fourth, and there's a 5th trial in the first game, that special trial.
Okay, that was in the first game? I thought that was in the third one.
The DS exclusive?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's in here too.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
We're going to go ahead and call this stream.
Yep.
I'm unsure whether we're going to start the new case tonight, in a little while, about hour and a half, 2 hours or so. I'm going to be streaming with Cal and Halo with some Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And we'll see how we're feeling after that if we're going to start the next case.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for coming out. This one was roughly, these days are about as long as like each one is about the same length, roughly. A little less than an hour to an hour.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I'll thank you for coming out. If we don't start tonight, we'll be starting maybe tomorrow night.
Yeah.
Sometime soon. We'll see.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.